Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is how I'm decorating my front doorway for Christmas. So I'm just starting off with a clean of the area, just getting all the cobwebs off, the dust. There's been a few leaves dropping lately, so getting rid of those as well before I start pulling out the actual decor.
Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. 'Cause I got the system of favorite things you could be.
So I have a storage box that is completely dedicated to the front door. So in there I've got the garland. The lights that I've used in the past are still entangled in the garland, but I've decided to go with these new ones this year. They're from Kmart and they've just got a bit of a vintage shape to them that I really liked. They're warm white and they're a little bit chunkier as well than your regular fairy lights.
Be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby. I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the.
I've just pushed a piece of floral wire through the knot on the bow that I use in the middle of the doorway, just to give me something to sort of be able to attach to the doorway.
'Cause I got the system of favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love.
So I'm going to layer my doormats. I've got this buffalo check one from Amazon, and then I wanted to do a personalised doormat as well. I was recently sent a Cricut machine, so I figured this would be the perfect time to test it out. So for this DIY, you need a doormat. This one is from Big W. You need the Cricut machine. I've got the Cricut Joy. You need the Cricut vinyl, as well as something to paint with. I've gone a black acrylic, as well as a paintbrush. This one's quite a dense brush, which is great. And then the weeding tools from the Cricut machine as well. So you can use the Cricut design space to create your stencil. I went with the phrase "better not pout" from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and I just used a typewriter font. There are so many fonts and different graphics in the design space, it's really easy to become inspired.
List of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love.
Once you're happy with your design, it's time to send it to the Cricut for printing, or cutting is probably a better word to use. I'm just using some offcuts from my vinyl from a different project. It doesn't matter obviously what color you're using because you're just using this as a stencil. I went with the orange, and here it goes, cutting out my words.
Be one of the things I love. You're gone now. Will you call me back?
Now I'm just weeding out the letters. Obviously because this is a stencil, we don't need the letters themselves, we just need the outline. So off they come. How satisfying is this to watch?
Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me once you've traveled.
Now I'm just measuring my doormat to find the center, both vertically and horizontally, and then I'll be finding the center letter of my stencil, which I believe is the N in the knot, placing that in the center, and then maneuvering it until I'm 100% happy with the placing before popping on the other words as well.
I hope I please.
And you can see when I'm happy with it, I'm just pressing it down quite firmly. I didn't do anything over the top, just made sure I really gave it a good hard press with my hands.
Your destination. You're far away, and yet so close. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can
And just giving it one last measure before I commit to the paint. Don't forget as well, if you do have any letters that have the little holes in them, to grab those pieces and put them on in where they need to be on the word as well before you start painting.
Travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart.
Time for paint. I am just using, like I say, a black acrylic paint. It is a heavy based acrylic, it said on the packet. And I went over each letter, I believe 3 times, and I just held the edges of the vinyl down whilst I was painting around it. It wasn't terribly difficult. I was just using a stippling motion with the brush. The brush I used was quite a dense bristle, so I think that really helped when it came to this part of the DIY. And time for the big reveal.
You know that you're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your destination.
Turned out so well. The letters are so crisp. There's like one tiny little smudge, and that was just when I was removing a letter, but absolutely stoked with how this turned out. I love it.